Okay, everybody. I'm sorry. I pushed the wrong button, and I'm gonna have to make this a part two. But you get the gist of Candace Owens, her personality, her style. She's okay. I'm gonna say what did she strike you as? She strikes you as an educated black woman who has at least a college degree, who is filled with self-hatred, but she makes it sound like it's a goal to achieve as an American. And the reason for that is I was reading Tree of Logic, and she's excellent. Go to her, y'all. She done a 3-week analysis of this girl. This girl is a phony. This girl, she did not grow up with her grandfather and grandmother on a cotton, not a cotton, I'm sorry, tobacco farm. She grew up in Stamford, Connecticut. She went to school in Stamford, Connecticut. As she said, when she was going to high school, Rhode Island high school, some guys that she knew had cyberbullied her on their telephone. And they did it constantly so bad till she became an anorexic. And she stayed that way for a while. Now, meantime, okay, from Tree of Logic's research, she's a Caribbean American. Her parents immigrated from the Caribbean, so they are not Native American, not African American or black, but Caribbean Americans. And Tree of Logic also said she grew up in a privileged white gated community. She rarely saw the black people except for the help. And you could tell that. You could tell that by her demeanor, her speech, her impeccable English, standard English speech. There's not a black word or a Ebonic word anywhere, anywhere in her speech or when she speaks. Now, if you hadn't seen that picture, you would think, wow, that's just a white girl talking about black people. So she's white people's Barbie, chocolate Barbie, okay? And she especially ingratiates herself to white men. She's a white man maggot. Every time you see a picture of her, every place, speech or presentation that she gives is a bunch of white men. Every show he's on, even Alex Info Wars, she's a white man magnet. White men like her. And I'm thinking because she doesn't represent like the ratchet or the angry black woman. So that's why I think, and she sounds intelligent, but She also seems to be a pathological liar. Okay? There's two kinds of liars. A compulsive liar, those are the people who just like to tell tales on themselves, just like to just lie about everything, and everything's fine. They have this, they have that. But Candace seems to be a pathological liar, and I'm going to go into some of the other stuff with you in a minute. So pathological liars, they lie all the time, and they are good liars unless you really know them, and they make up stories and falsehoods, to make that, like Candace. I'm not a victim. I'm not a victim. So they'll gaze at you. It says lying is a way to avoid something severe in their lives, such as abuse. She said she was cyberbullied, and what else did she say she was? I forgot. Throwing eggs on, I think she said. And it's an extreme, and it is a way to extricate themselves from a bad situation. The excuses for lying may be helpful and help people lie. And they also lie not only just to get out of things and to and they will also lie on people. And she lied on her circumstances. She did not grow up the way she said she did. Tree of knowledge, because my research, it was limited. Tree of knowledge, she's because she was she's a retired police officer. She has access to databases I don't have. Mine are psychological. So, anyway, let me go to that. When she got cyberbullied, the town they didn't want the education board and the town, they didn't want to fool with her, because that would cost them more to get an attorney to fight Candace. And so her family filed a lawsuit of $37,500. Guess who filed the lawsuit? You're going to see why she's full of lies. So, she's like a lie flies out every time. Okay. NAACP. People, she said, who endorsed victimhood, race card, they got her family $37,500. The NAACP, which is what she calls a identity political program. And now she bashes the NAACP for, like I said, victimhood and applying the race card. But obviously, she paid the race card because guards and police went to school with her. She had people protecting her. And she said all this was done because she was black. Okay, this is a girl who doesn't believe in black and this and that. She's black when it suits her purpose, okay? And if it doesn't, she just goes on with being the little black Barbie and just, I don't know, she just intrigued me. I thought Umar Johnson or something. And she's like a malignant type narcissist, almost unlike this. Her behavior suggests they are master manipulators, very narcissistic. They'll tell you a story to get you what they want. Being the target for this person is likely to be awkward because it conflicts with a person's sense of right and wrong. However, they will continue to get you to see things their way until you give in to doing what they say. Okay, now she had said she was gaslighted. Okay, gaslighting. We talked about that. Oh, I talked at R. Kelly. That's the other series I did, psychological series I did. To me, it seems like Candace is the one doing the gaslighting. Gaslighting is when people make you think that you are crazy or your judgment is wrong, or though it's not, through their smooth operating style of communication. So she said she was a victim, but she is a gaslighter. Okay, so we talked about that, and we're going to talk about now. Like I said, she went to University of Rhode Island, but she did not graduate. She dropped out in junior grade, in the junior year. Oh, and also I want to say that Tree of Logic also said that she wanted to be she was in acting and dancing. She wanted to be a star, So that's kind of fits in there if you think of how she behaves and the things she say and how she maneuvers the world. So she decided to make a website called Degree 180. It offered consultation, production, and planning services. And it was a blog that posted anti-conservative stuff. So at this time, she was a liberal, and she was posting negative or derogatory comments, or allowed those types of comments against conservative Republicans like Trump, people that she loved so well now. And that's when she was a liberal, she said, when she started that. Then she moved on to a very controversial a website. I'm not sure if we call it a website. Yeah, it's called, and it's been talked about. Okay, it's called Social. She did it in 2016. It's called Social Autopsy. And she said, because of her background, she wanted to do this to expose bullies on the internet by tracking their digital footprints. So basically what she wanted to do, and she wanted kids too, okay, she wanted people to, if somebody is harassing them or doing something, it's kind of like hacking to get info, but it's hacking to get a person's private information, to use as a harassment or retaliation tool. So basically, she wants to do like CIA work with this site. And she said it would be good for children because they would learn how not to bully. But other people said it'd also be good for pedophiles because the information on the I'm sorry, y'all, I'm looking the wrong way. The information on the site will be helpful for pedophiles to find children. And she, no, it's helpful She started it with, like they have GoFundMe. She started with Kickstarter. But Kickstarter and a whole bunch of people, they call it public shaming, getting people's private data that could be used against them negatively. So what happened, she pissed off so many people on both sides. What you call them? The Democrat liberals and the Republican conservatives. Okay. Till they that's called doxing. Y'all been hearing the word doxing. When I was talking about the public-private information on people that you can use against them, that's called doxing, okay? So they got together, the two parties got together, and they condemned that site. The site is still up, but this Tree of Knowledge said, but when I looked at it on the internet, it didn't have any content. It just had like about us, what we do, contact us. So okay, so after all that, she somehow got the conservative Trump reporters got wind of what she was doing, and I guess they contacted her. Kanye contacted her, Kanye West, who was supporting President Trump then. So she said all of a sudden, overnight, she decided to come from being, I think it was 2017, she decided to change parties. And her family were very angry. She decided that her ideology fits in with the conservatives. So she became a conservative. She started working for the conservatives. Now, before I finish on, okay, I was a Democrat. Okay, first I was a liberal Democrat for a long time. Okay, then I was a moderate Democrat. Okay, I was never a Republican. But I decided there was a lot going on when I made my decision to become an independent. It was the coziness between the conservatives and the liberals. It was like lawyers. You know how lawyers do their adversaries in the court and their best friends on the golf court, that they make deals to make one another look bad or look good, or just behind the scenes, they're the best of friends. But they encourage infighting, racism, sexism, I'm not saying, LGBTQ ism. So after I was like I treated logic and was watching and seeing conservative Republicans. They're saying one thing, and then you turn it around, and you go do further research, and they're the best of friends. And like, for instance, let me give you a good example. Okay, say the illegal aliens, okay? Okay, say the illegal aliens, Trump build the wall, right? Okay, so suppose the illegal aliens leave or stay, or we don't allow anymore, or there are not many coming in. that also affects the farmers. How are we going to eat? These people are billionaires. These people, millionaires and billionaires in Congress. If we don't have the illegal immigrants, who's going to pick the produce and who's going to pick the fruit? We will starve. The store won't get it because there's no one to pick it. It's going to rot. And we'll starve. And the conservatives and the liberal, they're already rich. They're rich just being in there. Everything's taken care of. We will suffer. So we have to think about us and not like, oh, I'm a vote for such and such to cut my nose from my face. Voting against your own interests is the most ignorant thing. Like they talk about EBT, food stamps. The grocers and the Department of USDA work together. If you cut the food stamps, there will be no need for grocers. You gotta understand? That's what I'm saying. Those are the silly type games they play. Okay. So that's why I became independent. I became an independent how many years ago? I can't remember how many years ago, but I became an independent because I don't trust either one of them. I just study the issues. I study what either one says that aligns with what I think is logical and that will help the community of the United States. So that's around the way of saying how you don't become liberal to a conservative overnight. Okay, so and we talk. I don't want to talk about the doxing and the social not the activism, because a lot of people, they don't know anything about computers, or they're frustrated. They never had a computer, so that's why I use that little short definition. Okay, so she turned at a MAGA. Well, we all know MAGA is, that's the red hat. Make America Great. She became she was at a mega concert, and there's a project for a conservative project for young people called Turning Point USA. And Charles Kirk, the guy who's over it, was so smitten. I'm saying white men. She's a magnet to white men. I ain't seen a man yet that like her. But anyhow, white women too. She only likes white men, not the women either. Not the women either, because she had a debate with Blair White, who was a trans woman. Didn't like her. Talked over her. So she went to the rallies, and he decided to make her a director of urban communication. I'm so tired. So, she just marketed herself every way she could. And you thought Omarosa was calm, cool, and collect. This girl, I'm going to tell you, this girl, to me, is a psychological professional. She's extremely manic. I don't know. I don't diagnose people. I'm only going by my observation of her behavior, because I'm also a bipolar, but she's very manic in everything she does. She lies, she name calls, she labels people, But when they do that to her, she plays the victim card. Because I'm black. I'm black and conservative. They're trying to make a mockery of me. Because I'm black and conservative. They're saying I'm playing the race card. You see what I'm saying? And she's just hyper. She's just from one project to another. I know from being that way, from being bipolar. I'm not saying she's bipolar. I'm just saying she have the characteristics of what looks like bipolar. And I was like that when I was young. I was just always doing things, procrastinating, always getting into things, always doing things, always wanting to be noticed. So I see some a lot of mania there, and I don't know if age is gonna help it or not. If it's mania and sociopathy mixed up together, that's not gonna go there. She will not grow out of that. If it's that. And she has a video site called Red Pill Black. So you can get on that on her site, Red Pill Black, and she'll tell you those like that thing about the playing the race card and all that stuff. And I think she doesn't like black people. She has an extreme